Hi, welcome to Just Another Morning. Uh, just another Monday live with Connie. Well, I got that all wrong today. Welcome to Just Another Monday live today. Um, how is everybody doing today? If you're here in the chat, leave a comment, let me know. And if you watch the replay, I want to welcome those. And please leave a comment to let me know that you watch the replay and feel free to answer any questions that I ask on today's live, or if you have any questions to do with today's topic, feel free to ask questions. Today's topic is going to be silk yarn. I'm going over the different yarn fibers on my Monday lives, so we're going to get to the majority of the yarn fibers eventually. Let's see. Samantha's here. Hi, Samantha. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Let's see. Charity was here. She's not going to be able to stay. She has a funeral to go to. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But she wanted to stop by to say hello. Well, I hope overall you have a good day, Charity. So, this morning I was working on the olive branch shawl. It's a shawl by Bag O' Day. So I'm hoping by next week, I hope I can get it finished. Hi Brenda, how are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Let's see, Samantha's working on cottage core mosaic blanket and granny squares blanket and single crochet blanket and sedge stitch blanket. Ooh, you've been busy, Samantha. But yeah, hopefully I'm hoping next week I can get my olive branch shawl finished. And then I'm probably going to start working on another Bag O' Day shawl. But today I was eyeing one of Expression Fibers patterns that I saw online. So that's one that I want to make soon. Let's see, we have Pamela here and Lorele. How are y'all doing? And what are y'all currently working on? Brenda's doing well, working on a cow amigurumi and a V-stitch blanket. Oh, I can't wait to see your cow. I love cows. I think they're cute. Uh, Samantha says I can't wait for the finished projects. Yeah, it's that video is gonna come sometime this week. I have over 70 pictures for that video, so it's gonna take me a little while to get all those pictures seen about. Um, I do apologize for being behind on that. Now, the funny thing is, February's finished projects video probably won't have as much. Um, Laurel's still sewing ends in on the Willow projects. Yeah, your blanket is beautiful, Laurel. It's coming along really nice. Oh, we have Shatika here. Hi, Shatika. How are you? And what are you working on? Yeah, today's topic, we're going to be talking about silk yarn. Nice and soft silk. But yeah, let me know what y'all been up to. Y'all have any plans for today? Like I said, this afternoon I plan to get some crochet in. Probably watch some Tubi movies. Who else watches Tubi? I know Anita does. I'm a bad influence on Anita. I get her watching stuff that I watch. So how are you today, Anita? What are you working on? Pamela's working on her Inspired by Joy Afghan. I'm behind on the crochet alone. This is usually the norm for me. Yeah, I'm bad for getting behind on things too. And Brenda said, don't have to apologize. Life happens. We'll see it when you get it done. Yeah, and that's the thing because it's like you you want to do all this stuff and you have good intentions, but there's not a like there isn't always enough time in the day to get everything done you want to get done. Brenda says I'm staying home, freezing rain and snowing here. Yeah, it's pretty cold today. I mean, it does say 50 degrees, but I'm cold at least. I know it's colder in a lot of y'all areas. Um, oh no, Lisa. I hope you feel better soon. But anyway, hi Lisa and Julia and Lisa the Grammy. How are y'all doing and what are y'all working on? Julia, it says I'm late. What's uploading ketchup? I think autocorrect had to have changed your word. But I know uploading Monday's video. Anita's been cleaning. How's Little Biscuit doing? All right. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and try to show y'all that Expression Fibers shawl that I've been looking at that I'm probably going to make pretty soon. Let me get that up. Give me just a minute. I'm going to share it for y'all. I think this one's beautiful. Isn't this shawl beautiful? Let's see. Oh, hold up. Let me show this part better. I can enlarge the picture better. Sorry about that. But isn't this shawl beautiful? And I love the color it was done in too. But isn't that just gorgeous? But yeah, I discovered that shawl today on Facebook, and I was like, "Ooh, I gotta." It basically it's like an online class or something, but basically they email you the pattern and sections, and they also share the video tutorial. Um, but I think that one's gorgeous. All right, let's see. Where did I leave off? Brenda says 32 degrees, but feels like 23. And Anita's running around this. Oh, I think she's referring to little Biscuit. Her baby goat is running around this morning. Oh, Julia said she spelled it like that to get a laugh. I thought for sure it was an autocorrect thing. Uh, let's see. We have learning to grow my own here. What's your first name and how are you doing today and what are you working on? Lisa says, I'm getting ready to go to the post office. My new food vacuum sealer is there. Ooh, awesome. So, what's going to be playing with her new toy today? Let's see. We have Pam that joined us. How are you and what are you working on? Everyone's saying that shawl pattern's beautiful. Yeah, Shondi does do great work. She's how I learned how to knit from. Anita says she loves her food saver. Awesome. So today we're talking about silk yarn. And I'm curious, have y'all ever made anything with silk yarn? Um, or do y'all at least have silk yarn in your yarn stash? The only silk yarn I have is this little skein or cake or whatever you want to call it, of yarn. And I actually got this from Dee with Dee's Creative Hands. She had sent this to me. But yeah, it's nice and soft. But like I said, I've never made anything with silk yet. So I'm curious how this will work out whenever I finally play with it. Lisa says no to both. Brenda says I don't have any silk yarn and never used it. Julia says I made one of Bod's shawls with silk. Ooh, I'd love to see it, Julia. If you could send a picture of it. But yeah, this is number 2 weighted here for the silk. But when I finally do use it, I really don't know what I'm gonna make with it. Because it has to be something on the small side. Let's see. Anita says, I have made a shawl with silk and I still have some. Send a picture of it, Anita. I'd love to see it. And we have Katrina here. Hi, Katrina. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? Let's see. She made items with, I guess, is that Dollar General yarn? Or, hold up, no, I don't think so. She says with DGY recycled silk worsted weight. I made a cow. Yeah, I don't think that's Dollar General if it's silk. And those that have used silk, where did y'all get y'all silk yarn from? Oh, Lisa says her food saver kicked the bucket about 30 after 30 years. I was about to say 30 years ago. But it lasted 30 years and she loved it. Pamela says I have never tried silk. All right. So with silk yarn, it's very smooth, shiny, and strong. Strong. Yeah, yes. And it does feel like it's strong. And like I said, it's soft. Nice and pretty. Oh, Anita says she found hers on Marketplace. Okay, I didn't even think about. I didn't make that connection. No, Pamela. DGY, which is actually this is DGY here. It's darn good yarn. Yeah, the color of this one is Lilac Springs. All right. So, like I said, silk is smooth, shiny, and strong, and it is one of the most expensive yarn types, if not the most expensive. It comes from the cocoons of the silkworm, and only the best cocoons are harvested to make silk, while the remaining cocoons are reused in the process of cultivating silkworms. And silk strength, warmth, and absorbency makes it a stellar choice to add to lacy shawls, heirloom sweaters, and cherished accessories. Yeah, it's really great for like garments and stuff. Let's see. We have Aisha, or am I saying it right? Aisha or Aisha here. How are you and what are you working on? Yeah, food savers are nice. But yeah, that's one thing. And like I said, especially with knitting, the beautiful lace shawls, silk is awesome for that. Hi, Mindy. How are you doing today? She's loom knitting a hat. Nice. Have you ever used silk yarn, Mindy, or do you have silk yarn? Katrina says silk is good to work with, but it doesn't have any stretch. So you have to keep that in mind when working with it. Yep. And another thing too, um, if you're like a beginner with crochet or knitting, I wouldn't recommend trying to use silk. You need to get more experience. Silk is harder to work with. But I mean, that depends too, because some people may not have trouble using it and they might be a newbie, but for the most part, they say it's harder to work with. Okay, Mindy's never used silk. And silk isn't the warmest yarn, so it's best for summer projects. Items made in silk are best known for their impeccable stitch definition and signature sheen. But yeah, I think silk is beautiful. Oh, and Anita's mentioning do not use it with rough hands. Yeah, it does snag easily. Okay, it's Aisha, and Aisha's working on a shawl. Mindy says she never used silk. Yeah, and one downfall is silk is expensive. So, but I am curious if y'all decide to start do something with silk like after this live. Let me know. And anyone that's made anything silk, I would love it if y'all send a picture of it. If I get enough pictures, I may try to do a little video showing makes made with silk yarn. Let's see. Silk has an unmatched drape, nearly folding in on itself while still in the skein. So, you know, if you're looking for something that drapes nicely, silk is a good fiber for that. Um, Now silk has a lack of elasticity. I can't say that word. Elasticity. That's one of its main drawbacks. Um, and typically, you reserve silk for more graceful, lacy type projects. And I wouldn't advise making anything too large or heavy with silk. It will stretch the silk and distort the pattern. Oh, hi, Colleen. How are you today? And what are you working on? Have you used silk before, or do you have some in your yarn stash? Now, Anita's saying that silk lays beautifully, but the next time she uses it, she will be using Vaseline on her hands all week before. Oh, hey, Flo. How are you? And what are you working on? And have you used silk before or have some in your yarn stash? All right. Let's see, where did I leave off? And when it comes to the care of silk, you either want to gently hand wash it, or the best method is actually dry cleaning. Um but make sure you pay attention to what the label says, and you do not want to put it in the dryer. It does not get along with heat. You can also spot clean with a damp towel if possible. And be sure to store silk items securely, as they may be I cannot pronounce words today. They may not be susceptible to. Let me start that part over. Sorry. Be sure to store silk items securely, as they may be susceptible to moths. You might want to use plastic vacuum seal bags for the storage. Let's see. We have JJ that joined us. Hi, JJ. How are you today? And what are you working on? And she says she hasn't used silk. And Flo says she's not working with anything. She ran out of yarn and can't afford more right now. Oh, I'm sorry. Colleen says, I am working on waking up. So away from the keyboard, I have used, I guess you mean silk. It looks like autocorrect changed it to soap. Just hard on my hands. And Colleen says most of her labels say do not dry clean. Oh wow. Um, the source I found online said dry cleaning was best. So my recommendation, always look at what the label says. Um, because some may prefer dry cleaning, some may prefer hand washing. Let's see. Oh, JJ's working on store stitch blanket. All right. Awesome, awesome. All right. Where did I leave off? Let's see. Okay, I got it. Sorry, I lost my place in my notes. So some of the pros for using silk yarn is it's very soft and silky with a high sheen. So I mean it's beautiful. And it's also has a strong stitch definition, and it's lightweight but insulating when paired with other yarns. Now for the cons. It's quite expensive even in a blend. It's highly prone to snagging, which I had mentioned previously, and piling or pilling. I always say that wrong. And it attracts moths, which I mentioned a little while ago. Um, but those of y'all that have purchased silk yarn, where did y'all get y'all's from? And also, silk is slippery to work with. Don't don't jump into a project using silk right away. It's not a good fiber for beginners, and it's susceptible to static. Yeah, you want to be more experienced when you jump into silk. Yeah, Colleen say right. It's all in the labels. Because even though like general information may say, "Oh, you can do this," but I always recommend follow the instructions on the label of the yarn. Hi Cheryl, how are you? And what are you working on? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, some people say skein. I think skein, and what's the other way people say it? I can't remember. Mindy purchased a silk blend on clearance at Hobby Lobby last year, and Cheryl's working on Afghan still. Now, one place I've seen that has some form of silk yarn is that website Vilrita. I know there's a yarn on that site that's silk. All right. Okay. I keep losing my place today. Okay. So it's usually worked in fine or super fine weights. That's silk yarn. And it's light and breathable. And silk is great for lacy knitted garments on small knitting needle sizes, which with knitting typically the lightweight yarns are done on smaller knitting needles. So let's see. Pamela says I made a beanie with it. I bought a mystery bundle from Damn Good Yarns to give it a try. I haven't used the rest of it yet, but the beanie worked out really nice. Awesome. Yeah, because I was wondering if a beanie would be the best thing to make with this. Hopefully, I have enough of it. Let's see how many yards this is, if I can find it. I don't see the yardage. Either that or I'm overlooking it. Oh, it's 150 yards. Okay. Okay. It's also due to the price, pure silk yarns are rare. It tends to be mixed with other fibers. And silk originated in ancient China. Oh, you sent an email, Julia? Let's see. So I take it this is your silk shawl. Let me share that picture. Okay, this is a picture of Julia's shawl that she made with silk yarn. And isn't that gorgeous? And it has like just such a shine to it. And I bet it's soft too, huh, Julia? But that is beautiful. Oh, Julia got hers from a thrift store. Ooh, lucky. Yeah, if you can find it at a thrift store, that's the way to go. As it's used all of one cake and part of a second. I was do I was doing its own do let me start that over again. I am getting so tongue tied today. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, it used all of one cake and part of a second. She was doing it on a live crochet along with us, Anita. Oh, and you'll send a picture. Oh, awesome. Okay, I hope you have a good day, Brenda. And everyone's saying that Julia's shawl is pretty. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. So those of y'all that have used silk yarn, what have y'all made with it? I think most of y'all have said shawls. Um, and there are variations of silk yarn. You have the mulberry silk, which is derived from a silkworm fed exclusively on mulberry leaves to produce the finest silk with the longest fibers and most pronounced shine. And you have the Tusa silk. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. It's silkworms who feed on oak or fruit tree leaves. Produces this silk characterized by its shorter, stronger fiber. Then you have the silk noil. And again, I hope I'm saying that right. No fiber goes to waste in the production of silk. After the long fibers are extracted, the leftover bumpy bits are paired with other yarns to, to lend a tweedy texture. Let's see. Julia says yes. There's supposed to be another in a different color. Awesome. Um, Colleen says I love silk blends from Hobby Lobby. Yes, silk is beautiful, but the downfall is it's not cheap. um. Oh, Julia says hers said it was hand painted silk. Ooh. And yeah, if y'all have any information to share, feel free to do so. Any questions? Let's see. Silk is a wonderful choice for these type of garments. You have shawls like we've been talking about, cardigans, hats, sweaters, cows, and other accessories. Okay, Julia says it was Twisted Sister. And Colleen says, unless the Hobby Lobby clearance sale in the summer. Oh, yeah, that is. I didn't even think about that. If you can catch it on clearance with their clearance sale. So, everybody be on the lookout for the silk being on clearance. Cheryl wants to know what is the best fiber to mix with silk. Let me see if I can find that out for you. Let me Google that. Let's see. Okay, it says mohair, which is made from the wool of the Angora goat, plays well with silk because it is known for its bright sheen, and the lamb's wool provides even more elast, elasticity. That word does not want to come out for me, and likely drops the price point a level. This worsted weight yarn comes in 50. Oh, that part's not important, but it looks like mohair pairs really well. And it's also, I see something that says it's often blended with cotton, linen, and other plant fibers because it adds strength and also adds its softness and shine. So yeah, it looks like cotton, linen, and plant fibers and mohair all pair really well with it. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to show Pam's yarn and her beanie that she just sent me an email. Let me get that pulled up. Okay, this is the yarn she used, and that's beautiful. Is that spork? Yeah, I see on the label sporkle. I thought it looked like sparkles. Ooh, I love that yarn. Beautiful. And I love blue. All right, let me get the picture of the beanie. Give me just a second. And this is Pam's beanie. Isn't that beautiful? And it looks so soft. Beautiful. And Pam says, "Oh, I forgot. I bought some of the silk blend um from Hobby Lobby. I made a mesh style shirt to wear over tank tops in the summer using a bag o' day pattern." Ooh, sweet. And Colleen says the Hobby Lobby silk is a blend. All right. So, silk yarn, it has a wonderful drape, and it's also fragile when wet. Um, so wet blocking really isn't recommended because silk is so fragile, and heat will cause silk to shrink. So you don't want to use heat with silk. Yeah, I agree, Pamela. That blue is a good color on Pam. And that's basically my notes that I have to do with silk yarn. So yeah, I want to hear about y'all experiences with silk yarn. You know what all y'all've made. If y'all have pictures and y'all want to email them, I can share it on the live right now. But yeah, I think silk is just beautiful. Oh, okay. Anita sent a picture. Ooh, that looks gorgeous. I love the detail. Y'all gonna see it just a minute. Isn't that gorgeous? I love how that came out. Very beautiful. Let me go back and check, Julia. There was only one picture on your email. So, well, let me check my spam real quick just to make sure. No, it's not in spam. But if you could send the email again, Julia. Let's see. I know it's beautiful shawls. And I would love to see, like, all different shawls using silk yarn. Um because I think that's where it really shows its beauty the best. Well, maybe it's just I like shawls a lot, but I mean I think shawls and silk are just gorgeous. So let's see. So do y'all know of other good places to get silk yarn from? I know Hobby Lobby is one, uh Darn Good Yarns, and I know Vilrita. Yeah, I'm curious how it would knit up to Anita. I'm gonna try to see real quick if I can find online some pictures. Let's see. Give me just a minute. Oh, Anita says occasionally she's seen it at price decent on eBay. Awesome. All right. These are some of the silk yarns they have on Vilrita.com. Now, this this company is out of the country, so it does take longer to receive from them. And the shipping is it is more expensive than US shipping, but the prices are really good. So typically with the price and the shipping, it's still cheaper than like other sources of the yarns they carry. But yeah, they have right here a silk mohair. Oops, let me get another color. Ooh, that looks beautiful. Look at that purple. Ooh. Ooh, nice. And like this has 232 yards. And it's right now it's $5.43. But I love this website right here. They have some really gorgeous yarn. And this is a silk mohair to the Lana Gato silk mohair looks. And just look at that. Ooh. Are y'all getting excited about silk too? And this one has 230 yards. And then you have the yarn art silky wool. And this was 208 yards. Just look at that. And then there's the yarn art silky royal. And another thing too with Vilrita, they have a tendency to be out of stock. They run out of stock on the quick side. So you always got to kind of pay attention what they have in stock. Let's see. I don't think these are. I don't think this is silk. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's not silk. All right. So let's see. Anita says she's never looked on DGY. And Cheryl says she's been so tempted to get the DGY $10 monthly box. All right, let's get this. See, this is supposed to be a knit shawl and silk right here. But that's the website for DGY. What's bad is a lot of these I don't know. Even though I Googled for silk. Well, this one should be silk. Let me pull this up. Oops. See right here, well, on the right side, that's a silk knitted shawl. It doesn't come up bigger, so this is silk too right here. But that gives you some ideas of silk ones. All right, let's see what everyone's saying. Okay, I'm about to get to my emails to pull up those pictures. Yeah, Anita saying Velrita yarn, it's well worth the wait. It is. They got gorgeous yarn. And like at least what I ordered from them, you get a lot of yardage for what you're paying. I found it was a really good deal. Because a lot of their yarn is about $3 and it's around 500 yards. And like I said, I mean, the shipping is a little more expensive, but it still comes out cheaper, like yarn or yarn. If you look at it like on Amazon and other websites, it's more expensive. And that's including everything, shipping too. Pamela said, Pam says, when Darn Good Yarn has a sale, you can get the recycled silk for a good price. Oh, hi, Nancy. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Have you ever used silk yarn? Or do you have some silk yarn in your stash? And hi, Tyler. How are you doing today? Caught any fish lately? Oh, and Ellie's here too. How are you today, Ellie? And what are you working on? And have you used silk or have any in your yarn stash? Pam says Granny D likes DGY, and she's pretty sure she was making a shawl with it a few months back. Sweet. All right, let me get Julia's other picture. Give me just a minute. It always takes a while for stuff to come up. Okay. This is a silk shawl that Julia made. Doodley's Crochet, aka Julia. And look at that sheen. Wow. And especially like I find in these colors, because normally it would have like regular yarns would have more of a dull look, but this really makes it pop. Wow, gorgeous. And then, okay, Katrina with Mindful Crafts sent some pictures. Let's see. Give me just a minute. Well, actually, it's all in like it's basically one picture, but it has 5 pictures in one. Let's see. Here it is. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. Love, love, love it. And what I'm probably going to do is those of y'all that send pictures, I'll probably make a really small video sharing y'all silk makes and upload it to my channel. It'll probably be sometime this week. I don't know exactly what day I'll post it. So if anyone has pictures, like those of y'all that are watching, that will be watching the replay, yeah, send in y'all pictures. And I'm going to make a little video. Let's see. Nancy's working on a Funko Pop inspired Harry Potter. No, I haven't worked with silk yarn. So do any of y'all think that y'all might get some silk yarn in the future and play with it? Yeah. All of y'all projects are just so beautiful. And really I love the pop to the silk because it really is. It's so shiny. It just makes me want to cuddle in it. um let's see. Anita says, from my experience with silk, I think cotton simply soft would look great with silk. Yeah, probably would because they both have that shine to it. Pam says she loves the orange and bright colors. Yeah, because really it's like it pops more with the silk. Oh, Cheryl says absolutely we'll get silk, hoping soon. Awesome. But yeah, like I was sharing with Vilrita, there's a reasonably priced. Or maybe you can look out, maybe find it cheaper on like marketplace or a thrift store. Well, I would say yard sale, but I don't know if it'd be as likely to find at a yard sale. You'd have to really get lucky. Um, but yeah, does anyone have any questions or anything that they want to share about their experience? Mindy saying, "Oh yes, Anita, good idea." um, but it's so beautiful, and it's something awesome to use with lacy projects. It really has a nice drape to it. Anita says she's gonna try it. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you make with it. Lisa says no, it doesn't excite me. But yeah, but I am kind of like next time I order from Vilrita, I might get some silk yarn. Try to make a shawl. Anita says, actually, I was on Marketplace this morning and someone in Idaho was having a yarn yard sale. Oh, wow, I'm drooling. I would love to come across a yard sale that was basically all yarn or mostly yarn. That would be a dream come true. And that's like I wish I could catch yarn at thrift stores, but it usually goes quick. Let's see. But yeah, that's basically all I have to share when it comes to silk yarn. Unless y'all have anything y'all want to add. So I'll give it a few more minutes and then I think I'm going to wrap things up early today. The biscuit just sneezed. Y'all probably heard him. But oh, my kitties, they have been something else the last couple of days. Let's see. Anita saying another good place to look is home auctions. See, I've never really, like home auctions. I've never really heard of that. I mean, I know there's like auctions or estate sales. But yeah, but like I said, I think that's basically it for today. And tomorrow I'll be doing my Crochet Tuesday video. Y'all get to see the finished Bag O' Day shawl and then the one I'm working on now. And I plan to get the finished projects video done sometime this week. Oh, hi, Pamela. How are you doing today? What are you working on? And have you used silk yarn before? Or do you have any in your yarn stash? Yeah, I'm wrapping things up early today. I kind of went through everything quick today. um, let's see. Anita says people sell all the contents of their relatives' home, and it usually goes cheap. Oh, you see, like in our area, they call that estate sales. And I did go to an estate sale that had a good bit of like arts and craft type things. So I know they had like a bunch of cross stitching stuff. Let's see. Ellie says, "We seen you pictures of any recent finished objects." Yeah, for my finished projects video. Um, on the 15th of every month, I do one. So, if you finish making anything, just send your pictures to me via email. Um, like I'm behind on getting January's one out, but yeah, and even if like sometimes it may not be something real recent, but you want to share it, that's fine too. Uh, let's see. Pamela says my cardigan, and no, I have not. Yeah, there's a lot of Pamelas or Pams, but yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play my little closing video. Let me make sure no one else sent any pictures. Okay. Yeah. All right. And oh, one thing I do want to repeat again. If y'all have anyone that watches this live, if y'all have made anything with silk, send y'all pictures in it. And I'm aiming to do a little small video with y'all silk makes. So yeah, let me go ahead and play my closing video for y'all. So anyway, I hope everyone has a fabulous Yarny day. Be the light and bye.